Black and messy.
We sat here, we struggled together. Took baths and balls of water, rest, roaches, all. I got shit on the app. I got more than AK on the app. You know, it's something, you know. I just spent, you know, $3,200 on this motherfucking necklace today. So, I mean, you know, $2,500.
25, like, how, for, that's it? Just 2,500 flat, or is that a...
2,500 flat. I said, count AK right now. Well, you have to count it because there's a lot of, but I still got some money on the app though. You know, I get transactions through Apple Pay, Cash App, Charm. You know what I'm saying? But this is some.
Black and messy. Y'all so black and messy. Now let's talk about it. Y'all so black and messy.
Enslaved Africans in the American South, taken from Africa against their will, treated like cattle and sold like property, these slaves lived brutal lives.
When rappers flex their money, starting with Lil Durk, who brought $1 million in cash on set at $1 million worth of game, and then Offset, literally throwing stacks from the top of his car to his fans. Next is Kodak Black, when he tossed thousands of dollars straight into the ocean. While
slave people weren't just forced to work, but to breed. After the U.S. banned the transatlantic slave trade in 1808.
Big Rex. 223, man. Go get the album. Album dropping 223.
Black and messy, black and messy. Welcome everybody to the Black and Messy podcast, where we talk about a whole bunch of messy things that black people do, because y'all know we messy. Now, this situation is one of the worstest situations and one of our worstest flaws with black brothers and sisters. We don't know how to stay the same when we get money compared to when we broke. Somehow money make us forget our struggles. Money make us forget the times we was hungry. Money make us forget the times where we needed people. Money make us forget the times when we was crying, praying to God, wishing we had change, wishing we had a better life. For some reason, all these stars show you, because a lot of them come from poverty, and they get blessed to get out of the neighborhoods. They get blessed to get record deals. They get blessed to be a helping hand and be the person to change your family life, be the person to change the communities. And these people get money and they say, forget the community. They act like they never was poor. They act like they never lived in projects. They act like they never needed no one. And they always been rich and wealthy. And you see that with majority blacks that get rich, that come from poverty, they get so bougie, so big headed. And it's only a few of them that stay the same flowing. And then the ones that you could tell they're going to keep going and going, like Sexy Red. A lot of people say her flow ain't as good and all this other stuff. But one thing I could say is Sexy Red went up. She still stayed that same regular hood chick, no matter how much money she had. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people stay the same exact way. And that's people that going to continue to go up and up and up. But you got people like Charleston White, who in the beginning say he was for the kids, this and that. And when his money went up, he said he don't wear chains and all this other stuff. And when his money went up, he rocking all type of jewelry, all type of ice. He only you ain't got no money, and you poor and this and that, and fuck the kids, and hey, fuck people and all this other stuff. And now all of a sudden he switched over. He didn't like whites or none of that. Now he BFF with Aiden Ross and all them. He shows you a prime example of people change, brothers and sisters, when they get money. And we've been seeing this since the beginning of time. That's something like with Glorilla. She was just saying she was eating ketchup sandwiches, all this other stuff, and now she's slowly starting to get money. She arguing with millionaires like she been on, like she been had money. All y'all washed up. Everybody coming for me ain't know nothing. They ain't got nothing going on. Everybody coming for you is millionaires and people that's been in the spotlight, people that been stars and everything like that. I wouldn't even argue with them. The world feeling sorry for Glorilla, and she kind of messing that up in a way, because it's like you getting this money and you just buying all type of clothes. It look like she's a fashion head. You buy all type of clothes, jewelry. You act just like a kid in a candy store that never had nothing. If you came from poverty, like you was on TMZ saying 2,500 and all that other stuff, now you starting to get this money, Scarface. We want to see you invest in it. Start a business. Do something that's going to be long term. All I'm just seeing is clothes, 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 new outfits. You showing your chain all the time. You acting like you've been balling forever. I even heard her on the interview saying that, oh, ask all my friends, I've been like this and that. No, the world just saw you on TMZ and everywhere saying you was starving. You hungry. You almost ate a roach one time. You was almost hungry. You just went crazy on live talking about you struggling this and that. You 2,500. She can help us out. You doing all this stuff, and now you getting money. You arguing with people that's been wealthy for years, and oh, what y'all washed up, and everybody coming for me, and what you doing? You can't come for me, and this and that and that and this, and it's like how you gonna say Finesse 2 times washed up? He's like the biggest name on the internet, one of the best rappers. You can't say Charleston White and washed up? These the biggest names. How you gonna say Trick Daddy washed up? That's Trick Daddy. On restaurants, everything. These people been used to getting money for years. And you just start getting money off crying about what your sister not doing. Don't mess us up like that, man, and make everybody regret feeling sorry for you. You getting that money, man, don't never forget them ketchup sandwiches. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of these people come from poverty and they come into some real bougie characters once they start getting things. I see this personally in my day to day life with a lot of people that I've been around from coming up and growing up. They broken down, want everybody help, they care, they love everybody, they equal as everybody. And once they start going up, they never needed nobody, they don't care about nobody, they big and better than everybody, down and talking about everybody, just the best thing ever. But you caught them a year before they was crying, hey, can you help me with this? What about this and that? So I saw this in my black neighborhood a lot. We've been seeing this since beginning of time where brothers and sisters be coming from poverty. They get rich, wealthy. We see it in the old Motown movies and everything like that. David Ruffin, all them. Next thing you know, hey, I'm David Ruffin, and these are the Temptations. No, nigga, all y'all the Temptations. What is you doing? So it's like we've been doing this, and it's something in the black genetic where they like chameleons. They change with people, places, and things, and that's what's been messing us up. We can never learn how to build if we don't build and also remember where we come from. Remember that poverty. Remember when you didn't have nothing. Remember the people was there for you when you didn't have nothing. Remember all the people you struggle with. But most definitely, what you cannot forget when you start to get money. Never forget when you didn't have that money. A lot of people be crying and broken down and sad and just pray to God, wish they needed help. It's even in relationships, us blacks. We'll be getting played and messed up by somebody and wish we had somebody better in our life. We'll get them people better and we'll pray and mess them up. It's just that blacks is so used to changing with people, places, and things with like pottery. We mold ourselves to whatever's going on. Now I know with the different money and different things go on that you change, money change you. You be around different people, different things. But at the end of the day, it's okay for you to start making money and dressing a certain way. Hey, that's you. You making that amount of money. It's okay for you growing up poor, eating ketchup sandwiches. Now you able to eat steak. Hey, don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. That's cool. But what I'm saying is that once you start eating that steak, it should taste more better to you because you remember how mayonnaise sandwiches taste. You remember how ketchup sandwiches taste. You remember just how peanut butter on bread, no jelly tastes. Kool-Aid, no sugar. Powdered milk, powdered eggs. You remember all that. So every time I eat at a restaurant, I feel way more better than everybody else eating in that restaurant because I never forget when I was eating at a shelter. I never forget when I was eating at a soup kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I never forget these things. And that's what keep me level headed. Us blacks, we failing in a lot of different things. But one of the biggest things we failing in is not being able to stay level headed and stay the same when you start going up in life and getting money and start to feel like you're better and bigger than everybody. Start to feel like everybody that was there for you and with you, they nobody to you. We saw this growing up as kids. We saw this every single way in relationships. We saw this in every single aspect of blacks changing and getting bougie and feeling like they all that once they start to get things and not looking at it as a blessing from God that you could change and help people. It's so many blacks that was in the ghetto, wish somebody gave them a record deal. They go change the world. They go change the hood. They go change everybody. They wish they had things that they saw on TV. They wish they had everything. And unfortunately, majority of these artists and everything is getting these record deals. What they doing? They put more guns in the hood. They put more drugs in the hood. They just stunting on the hood, riding by, stunting on everybody. You know what I'm saying? They left a lot of people behind. They just treating and stunting on everybody. And these the same neighborhoods you grew up in. That's the same parks and everything like that. That's what dude was talking about with G Herbo, and it's sad that he got killed because he was saying a real message. Look at these stores. Look at these schools. Look at everything we grew up in, and we wished it was better. Now you guys got money in a position to change things. Why is this block still looking like this? We got rich off of this block. Why we ain't fixing that park over there? You got millions. Why we can't fix this school? Why we can't put a playground right there where we always wanted a playground? Hey, put basketball rims up there. We always wanted a basketball rim over here. Let's do something for the kids. Boys and Girls Club. A lot of blacks not doing that. For some reason, money changed us, and we see in so many people on the TV screen, like Glorilla, which I'm sorry to say this, finally, now you getting a lot of money or whatever you get, you acting like you saying on interviews, oh, I've been like this and this and that. No, you were just crying about roaches. Get it together, man. Blacks need to learn how to stay the same when they rich and poor and stop being black and messy.
Black and messy. Y'all so black and messy. Now let's talk about it. Y'all so black and messy.